Okay, so Salt brought up a few points that I'll go over. The first one was around why we're spending so much money on Border Patrol agents. And incarcerations and apprehensions are at the border have grown considerably. Here we go. Sorry about that. So according to the Department of Homeland Security, for 2013, this is their immigration enforcement actions, the U.S. Border Patrol apprehended 420,789 people in 2013. That's up from 340,252 in 2011. And that is primarily at any border entry, whether that's the northern border or the southern border. And overall, the Department of Homeland Security has arrested 662,483 people. That's a lot of people to manage. It's a lot of people to treat humanely and to figure out whether they stay in the U.S. or whether they'll return to their original country. So it is going to take a lot of resources to secure the border. Another point along those lines is that the border is actually more secure than it's ever been before. The plan that the White House is executing on, the Department of Homeland Security and ICE both fall under their administration, and they have considerably stepped up their activities at controlling illegal immigration. And part of what they did on the White House website says that they're stepping up surveillance for the first time. The Department of Homeland Security has unmanned aerial capabilities now to cover the southwest border all the way from California to Texas, providing critical aerial surveillance assistance to personnel on the ground. DHS has also completed 649 miles of fencing out of nearly 652 miles planned, including 299 miles of vehicle barriers and 350 miles of pedestrian fence, with the remaining 3 miles scheduled to be completed. So it's really a combination of a lot of border security. It's automated drones keeping an eye on things. It's people actually doing it. There's a lot of things behind securing the border. Again, I want to reiterate that the main points that we're making on the affirmative side is how we address the 4.5 million children living in mixed families and 9 million people in families that live under the constant threat of someone they love that's supporting them being deported. That's the critical thing that we're talking about. And when they live in this situation, they can be victimized and exploited. And another example of that, this goes back to 2008. Julia Preston for the New York Times reported on a situation where they raided a plant in Iowa, a meatpacking plant, and here's what she wrote about it. When federal immigration agents raided the kosher meatpacking plant here in Maine and rounded up 389 illegal immigrants, they found more than 20 underage workers, some as young as 13. Some said they worked shifts of 12 hours or more, wielding razor-edged knives and saws to slice freshly killed beef. Some worked through the night, sometimes 6 nights a week. One was 16 when he started working on the plant's killing floors. He worked 17 hours shifts, 6 days a week, and he said that he felt like he was a slave. That's what needs to be addressed. People can be taken advantage of. They have no way to respond to that. They can't go to the police. They can't go to OSHA or any other organization. Once they're arrested, then they can talk about what's happening. So that's the real problem that needs to be addressed.